It's good there, where we are not. Badly oiled wheels will squeak. Clever father, clever daughter, clever mother, clever son. It is good to pay with other people's money. Advertising is the driving force of business. There is no example for an unjust court. There is more light than can be seen through the window. Even one matters in the battlefield. A lonely person is at home everywhere. A golden handshake convinces even the most skeptical judge. They don't swing fists when the fight is over. There is no honor when there is nothing to eat. The woman had no trouble, so she bought a piglet. Eternal peace lasts until the next war. Forbidden fruit is sweet. Not for village, not for town. Not every day is a Shrovetide, in time it will be a Lent. Without effort, you can't even pull a fish out of the pond. When it's raining, one doesn't roof the cottage, and when it's not raining, the roof isn't leaking. Your feet are crooked, your hair is good for nothing, said the pig to the horse. After all, every man is the son of a woman. For a big ship, a big voyage. The calmer you go, the further along you will be. Work makes you into a hunchback and then rich. If you want to be 100, you must start young. Be fair to the devil. Old age is not a joy, but death is not a gain. Men will not be fortunate without a helping hand from misfortune. On a fishing lull, even a crayfish is fish, at the lack people even a lazybones is a human being. There is plenty of sound in an empty barrel. Ride slower, you'll get further. The nobleman's quarrels can be read on the backs of the peasants. Extinguish the spark before the house is on fire, deflect the trouble before it strike. Law is like the shaft of a cart, it points wherever you turn it. With 7 nurses the child loses its eye. He makes the bed soft, yet it's hard to sleep on. With a piece of bread in your hand you'll find paradise under a pine tree. Keep your ears wider and your mouth narrower. Make a friend of the wolf, but keep your axe ready. One road for the fugitive and 100 for the pursuer. You know a bird from the way he flies. If you talk to an official, you must talk rubles. Love and eggs are best when they are fresh. A sin of gold is followed by a punishment of lead. Don't blame your wife's side if your son is cross-eyed. The person afraid of bad luck will never know good. There is nothing better than a rich wife and a generous mother-in-law. A tale is told quickly, but the job is done slowly. Prey runs into a trapper. Two deaths will not happen, but one is inevitable. You need sharp axes for knotty trees. You do not need a whip to urge on an obedient horse. Visiting is good, but home is better. Fishermen recognize each other from far away. It's better to be known as a rascal than a fool. One does not look for good when he is well. Don't praise your furnace when the house is cold. If you take a day trip, take a week's supply of bread. One cannot make a fur coat from thanks. Who lives in exile finds that spring has no charm. Without the shepherd, sheep are not a flock. Strike while the iron is hot. The stargazer's toe is often stubbed. It worked on paper, but we've forgotten about ravines. Don't look for a sea when you can drown in a puddle. Only a fool will make a doctor his heir. A clever head, but given to foolishness. One's own burden doesn't encumber. Unless thunder strikes, a man won't cross himself. Eternity makes room for a salty cucumber. Invite a peasant to your table and he'll put his feet on it. Seven axes lie together, two distaffs apart. If rubles fell from heaven, the poor would have no bag. Without a cat, mice feel free. If all of us take hold of it together, it won't feel heavy. One shouldn't beat the one who fell. The wise man says, I am looking for truth, and the fool, I have found truth. There may be deep bottoms in still waters. Rotten straw can harm a healthy horse. When you meet a man, you judge him by his clothes. When you leave, you judge him by his heart. The tears of strangers are only water. If your heart is a rose, then your mouth will speak perfumed words. What fell off the cart is as good as gone. A good-looking man is pleasant to look at, but it is easier to live with an amusing one. Another's cow can moo, yours had best stay silent. The poorer, the more generous. Warm a frozen snake and it will be the first to bite you. If the fool has a hunchback, no one remarks about it. If a wise man has a boil, everybody talks about it. As long as the fish swims in the water, don't light up the grill. Out of sight, out of heart. I'm not me, and this horse isn't mine. In a crush, yet without resentment. Rather a bitter truth than a sweet lie. A spooked crow is afraid of a bush. The thief makes perhaps one mistake, those he stole from made 100. A hammer will shatter glass, yet it can forge steel. Hold your children with your heart, but teach them with your hands. "'Tis a hard winter when one wolf eats another." A woman's hair is long, and her mind short. No one is dragged to heaven by the hair. Bread doesn't go for the belly. Deprive a mirror of its silver, and even the Tsar won't see his face. Abuse doesn't hang on the collar. Bad news doesn't rest peacefully. The hearth in our house is warmer than our neighbor's. The dog learns to swim when the water reaches his ears. Only grave will cure the hunchback. You can't keep a word of thanks in your pocket. Fish seek a deep place, men seek a better place. He need not search his pockets for words. As long as the sun shines, one does not ask for the moon. Beauty is the sister of idleness, and the mother of luxury. You can't sew buttons on your neighbor's mouth. Don't ask the old one, ask the experienced one. It is easier for the mare when a woman is off the cart. There are two kinds of Chinese, those who give wine and those who drink it. He who is destined for the gallows will not be drowned. Live and scratch, when you're dead the itching will stop. A virgin's heart is a dark forest. The raven won't peck out the eye of another. The wolf spared the mare, left a tail and mane. When you live next to the cemetery, you cannot weep for everyone. I need not fear my enemies, because the most they can do is attack me. I need not fear my friends, because the most they can do is betray me. But I have much to fear from people who are indifferent. The one who pulls a cart is urged on. A loss is a gain for the mind. You have summer and you have winter, why, then, be in a hurry? Living your life is not like crossing a meadow. Even the sword doesn't cut the head of the one who confesses. Tell me who's your friend, and I'll tell you who you are. Jesus Christ was crucified by public opinion. Give him a fingernail, he will ask for the forearm. If you flatter the mother, you will embrace the daughter. It is never winter in the land of hope. Money is like down, one puff and it's gone. Simplicity is worse than thievery. Do not make elephant out of fly. Don't swap horses when crossing the stream. When you are in a pack of hounds, you either bark or wag your tail. A toad too would like to crack nuts, but he has no teeth. Confide a secret to a dumb man and he will speak. Fools are not sown or reaped, they appear by themselves. An empty mill will turn without the wind. There is no law written for fools. Don't have a friend who always agrees with you, but have a friend who argues with you. A day is long, but a lifetime is short. Leave the good enough in peace. A man without a wife is like a man in winter without a fur cap. Fear the law, not the judge. Meanness looks through one eye only, ambition is blind. Not everything is a mermaid that dives into the water. Beginning is the big trouble. When you are at home, even the walls help you. After the head is off, one does not cry over the hair. A word of kindness is better than a fat pie. Unless caught stealing, one is not a thief. One doesn't shear naked sheep. Our eyes are our enemies. An indispensable thing never has much value. Don't wade into a river without knowing a ford. If Jesus Christ comes to help me, I laugh at the angels. The snail is coming, who knows when it arrives? If the pocket is empty, the judge is deaf. There is no smoke without fire. Ask a lot, but take what is offered. Poverty is a sin that the rich never forgive. The cat knows whose meat it has eaten. Don't say, hop, until you jumped over. He who doesn't risk never gets to drink champagne. You can best shoot an eagle with an arrow made from its own feathers. A fisherman can tell another fisherman from afar. Don't be afraid of the dog who barks, but be afraid of the one who is silent and wags its tail. A priest's belly is made up of several sheepskins. Other people's money has sharp teeth. Do not look for further good from good. Look for wind in a field. They choose lesser of two evils. What you plant, you will harvest. An enemy will agree, but a friend will argue. Time makes the best healer. The more you know, the less will you sleep. Your elbow is close, yet you can't bite it. Debt is beautiful only after it is repaid. Mustaches are respected, and beards worn even by goats. Where something is thin, that's where it tears. The apple falls not so far away from the apple tree. Chickens are counted in autumn. Morning is wiser than the evening. Wolf feeds on his feet. Wolf in sheep's pelt. Work is not a wolf, it's not going away to the forest. A soldier who doesn't dream of becoming a general is a bad one. Don't look at the teeth of a horse you've been given. Even good dogs have fleas. A clever speech is pleasant to listen to. Fighting for your country glorifies death. Fear the goat from the front, the horse from the rear, and man from all sides. To ask is no sin, and to be refused is no calamity. A kind word is like a spring day. No year has two summers. They bow to you when borrowing, you bow to them when collecting. A dog on hay will neither eat it himself, nor let others eat it. Money is only good for a weekday, a holiday, and a rainy day. One glass is for health, second one is for fun, third one is for nothing. Do not make jokes that cost more than a ruble. Only chained bears dance. You can bend an alder tree, if you do it gradually. Bread and salt never quarrel. Haste is good only for catching flies. Looking at a tree see its fruit, looking at a man see his deeds. There are no friends in tastes and colors. Each time it's different. The nightingale can't be fed by fables. There are more whores in hiding than there are public ones. Don't dig a pit for somebody to fall into, or you will end up in it yourself. Seven nannies make a kid not looked after. You cannot break a wall with your forehead. The person whose grandma tells fortunes is happy. Eggs cannot teach a hen. Envy sees the sea but not the rocks. Long whiskers cannot take the place of brains. Law is a flag and gold is the wind that makes it wave. Seven troubles, one response. Bad luck is fertile. Don't put it in my ear, but in my hand. While he was sinking, he promised me an axe if I save him, but when pulled ashore, he begrudged even an axe handle. Death is not found behind mountains, but right behind our shoulders. Only he who does nothing makes no mistakes. No one is hanged who has money in his pocket. Once burned by milk you will blow on cold water. Even the sword doesn't cut the head of the one who confesses. A proverb can't be judged. If everyone were a gentleman, who would make the mills work? The wolf will hire himself out very cheaply as a shepherd. A spring egg is dear at the Easter day. If the fool ties a knot, even a clever person can't untie it. Better late than never. Gray hair into beard, devil into rib. If men could foresee the future, they would still behave as they do now. There is no repentance after death. A horse has 4 legs, but still stumbles. When a needle sees a dagger, she cries, "Oh sister." The offender never forgives. Where goes a horse with its hoof, there goes a crayfish with its pincer. Be wise, but pretend to be ignorant. Work is afraid of a skilled worker. One can get sick of cake, but never of bread. Seat the pig at the table, she'll put her legs on the table. A boat stands firmer with 2 anchors. Mistrust is an axe in the tree of love. After your daughter is married, there comes a number of potential sons-in-law. Honest work won't let you live in a stone palace. A silent man is not a conquered man. Horseradish is no sweeter than radish. There is no truth in feet. They wait 3 years for what was promised. It is not the horse that draws the cart, but the oats. The wolves are sated, and the sheep are intact. Tears come more often from the eyes than from the heart. Just because one fears wolves, is one not to go into the woods? Hang a German, even if he is a good man. These are just flowers, berries will come soon. Where necessity speaks it demands. Misfortune does not visit the weak-hearted. A good wife and a wholesome cabbage soup, what more could you want? Who wants heat, must endure the smoke. In a deal there are 2 fools, the one who asks too much and the one who asks too little. There'll be a holiday in our street too. Ice in spring is treacherous, new friendships are seldom sure. You cannot build a wall with one stone. I'd like to drink honey with your lips. In a rickety stable the cow produces no milk. Whoever wants honey must breed bees. Not every glittering thing is gold. Even in the ashes, there will be a few sparks. In a fight the rich man tries to save his face, the poor man his coat. The river is flat but the banks are steep. The wolf can always be hired very cheap as a shepherd. When we sing everybody hears us, when we sigh, nobody hears us. A fool is not afraid to lose his mind. A spoonful of tar spoils a barrel of honey. Habit is second nature. A field in common is always ravaged by bears. Habit is a shirt that we wear till death. Lambskin is not worth currying. What we own, we don't keep properly. When we lose it, we cry. Many who have gold in the house are looking for copper outside. No one can take two skins from one ox. Spending is quick, earning is slow. I ran from the wolf, but ran into a bear. Your dog wishes you a long life. A chatterbox is a treasure for a spy. If age and experience came at birth, we would have neither youth nor mirth. What used to be, is now gone and overgrown with grass. Live for a century, learn for a century. Patience and work will fray through anything. Death does not come free of charge, for it costs us our life. Tambourines are good when they are behind mountains. You cannot write in the chimney with charcoal. Although there's nothing to eat, life is fun. It is bread that keeps one warm, not fur. Let everyone pick his own nose. In another person's eye one can notice even a mote, but in one's own, cannot see even a log. A thief's hat burns. Envy can breed swans from bad duck eggs. A holy place is never empty. The peasant sweats and the nobleman is always right. There's no bad without the good. There are many fathers, but only one mother. Poor people are crafty. I sell it for what I bought it. Truth does not need many words. Gossip needs no carriage. Wine causes guilt. Water never loses its way. What was written by a pen can't be erased by an axe. If you were born lucky, even your rooster will lay eggs. No one goes to another monastery with their own charter. The eyes are afraid, but the hands are doing the job. Peace lasts until the army comes, and the army lasts until peace comes. A jug that has been mended lasts 200 years. All are not cooks who walk with long knives. Everything tastes bitter to him with gall in his mouth. The wolf is not afraid of the sheepdog, but he is of his chain. An old dog can't get used to chains. Make yourself a sheep and the wolf is ready. No family has no ugly member. One greets people by their clothes, and says farewell by their mind. Success and rest don't sleep together. Not everyone who has a cowl on is a monk. They say they milk chickens. You must chop down the tree that gives too much or too little shade. It doesn't matter what the kid plays with as long as he doesn't cry. You cannot buy wisdom abroad if there is none at home. Where you saw wood, there the sawdust will fall. The scythe has hit a stone. He who serves the Tsar cannot serve his people. Those who love you will make you weep, those who hate you will make you laugh. On the belly there is silk, and in the belly, just a click. A stranger's soul is like a dark forest. The shovel insults the poker. Good brotherhood is the best wealth. The nights are short for him who married late in life. A wife should be as humble as a lamb, busy as a bee, as beautiful as a bird of paradise and faithful as a turtle dove. Don't buy the house, buy the neighborhood. A judge and a stomach do their asking in silence. As soon as your cart is turned over, everyone rushes to give you advice. He is brave when fighting against sheep, and when fighting against a brave man he's a sheep himself. If the peasant doesn't hear the thunder, he won't make the sign of the cross. In Russia, every day is of 30 hours. One good daughter is worth 7 sons. For every one with a plow, there's 7 with a spoon. Friendship is friendship, but service is service. On an empty belly, every burden is heavy. All is well that ends well. When a girl is born, all 4 walls weep. You never know what you can do till you try. Golden hands, but a wicked mouth. If the claw is stuck, the whole bird is lost. If you cut it, you won't get it back. The boss is always right. Death does not take the old, but the ripe. Ears do not grow higher than the head. Cry, and the whole world cries with you. Words are silver, silence is gold. Love is like a glass that breaks if handled clumsily. An old friend is better than 2 new ones. It is easier to fill 20 bellies than 1 pair of eyes. A pessimist is a well-informed optimist. Bragging is unlike mowing, it won't make your back ache. Thanks to 1 small candle, the whole of Moscow burns. The vulture embraced the chicken until its last breath. Who owns the bank owns the fish. How echo is prompted, it will bounce back. In the garden of time grows the flower of consolation. One fisherman recognizes another from afar. For him who does not believe in signs, there is no way to live in the world. One's own shirt is closer to the body. Better to turn back than to lose your way. When the Tsar sins, the empire must do penance. You get used to everything, even hell. Don't boast when you start out, but when you get there. It is easier to bear a child once a year than to shave every day. Why marry when your neighbor's wife is ready to go to bed with you? Every seed knows its time. Happiness is not a horse, you cannot harness it. It is unpleasant to go alone, even to be drowned. The newborn baby yells, you die in silence. Vodka is the aunt of wine. You don't learn anything from buying, but you do from selling. Conversation shortens the distance, singing lightens the load. The river's reputation ends where the sea begins. Fear has big eyes. Men who watch their fortune grow find their houses too small. If one hand were the other, they would both want to be clean. Small gifts go to places where men expect bigger ones. Small children give you headache, big children heartache. The naked don't fear robbery. A cross-eyed czar, one-eyed ministers, blind subjects. Seek the brave in prison and the stupid among the clergy. What makes you happy, makes you rich. I would have had no luck, if not for misfortune. You would do better to sit on a powder keg than on the knee of a woman. A job feeds a man, laziness spoils him. It will snap where it's thinnest. One stupid woman recognizes another one from a distance. A drop hollows out a stone. Around bread there will always be crumbs. He who offers his back should not complain if it is beaten. Friendship is friendship, but keep our tobacco apart. Big in body, but small in deeds. The night walks the same road as the dream. Partnership is an invention of the devil. A net will catch more than a pole. Trust, but verify. The belly is like a judge and is silent yet still asks questions. If only youth would know, if only old age were able. If the family is together, the soul is in the right place. You cannot throw a word out of a song. The castle gates will always open for gold-laden donkeys. The horses of hope gallop, but the asses of experience go slowly. Clemency is the support of justice. Fate can't be avoided. Wisdom is born, stupidity is learned. Make peace with people, wage war with your sins. Death is a giant against whom even the Tsars must draw weapons. Don't open your mouth to eat other people's bread. Sow the man, sow his shadow. Do not spit into a well, it may be useful to drink water. Another person's soul is in darkness. Never kiss an opportunity with a dirty mouth. Death answers before it is asked. Your tongue will take you as far as Kiev. Give your children too much freedom and you lose your own. In the lake of lies, there are many dead fish. One day before you is better than 10 years behind you. What comes out of one mouth goes into 100 others. Bury truth in a golden coffin, it will break it open. Smooth hands love the labor of others. A magpie brought it on its tail. Seven people don't wait for one. A new broom sweeps in a new way. A wooden bed is better than a golden coffin. Old age is not a blessing. When night falls, the face of the wolf lights up. Give a naked man a piece of cloth, and he will say it is too thick. Every vegetable has its time. On the tongue there's honey, and on the heart there's ice. Bread is the head of everything. Don't cast beads in front of pigs. A drop of water in the eyes of the Tsar costs the country many handkerchiefs. With lies, you may go ahead in the world, but you can never go back. The eye can see it, but the tooth can't bite it. Studying is light, not studying is darkness. A thousand friends are few, one enemy is too many. Hands wash each other, a thief covers another thief. The horse may run quickly, but it can't escape its own tail. Water does not run under a lying stone. An old loan repaid is like finding something new. First the stable, then the cow. The rich would have to eat money, but luckily the poor provide food. First do it, then say it. Regretting the past is like chasing after the wind. When death is there, dying is over. One never tires working for oneself. You'll learn from those you hang out with. The Tsar has 3 hands, but only 1 ear. What you go looking for, you will find. Desire is worse than compulsion. You can't drive straight on a twisting lane. Wine bears no blame, only the drunkard. Custom is stronger than law. He who is frightened of a sparrow will never sow barley. The future is for those who know how to wait. When gold speaks, everything else is silent. Giving gifts to the rich is like pouring water into the sea. When anger and revenge get married, their daughter is called cruelty. You don't milk a cow with your hands in your pockets. A sleeping fox counts chicken in his dreams. The wife is twice precious only, when led into the house, and when taken out. A goose is not a pig's friend. Any wise man has enough of simplicity. A spoken word is not a sparrow. Once it flies out, you can't catch it. The bear dances, but the tamer collects the money. What the heart doesn't see, the eye will not see either. If you are a host to your guest, be a host to his dog also. One does not go to Tula with one's own samovar. The hammer shatters glass, but forges steel. When money speaks, the truth is silent. A rumor fills the earth. Once you have fallen into the water, you're not scared of water anymore. As long as a child does not cry, it does not matter what pleases it. Until you have smoked out the bees, you can't eat the honey. Hypocrites kick with their hind feet while licking with their tongues. If given, take it; if beaten, run away. When wood is chopped, wood chips will fly. If you don't crack the shell, you can't eat the nut. If a poor man finds a penny, it is probably a false one. Better a bed of wood than a bier of gold. The moon gives us light but no heat. One sun is no sun, 2 suns is no sun, but 3 suns is a sun. Hunger is not your aunt. You can't escape your fate even with a horse. One thread from everyone in the world makes a shirt for the naked. The peasant will not cross himself before it begins to thunder. A single man in a field is not a warrior. Quality goods advertise themselves. Every sandpiper praises his own swamp. Judges and physicians kill with impunity. It's a crime if you get caught. We all see the same sun, but we don't eat the same meal. You cannot please everybody. There will be trouble if the cobbler starts making pies. Don't be so clever, cleverer ones than you are in jail. What's on sober's mind is on drunk's tongue. Another city, another temper. Shame is worse than death. To keep a new friend, never break with the old. A friendly word is like a spring day. Sorrow doesn't kill, but it blights. The cat with cream on her whiskers should have a good excuse ready. A bad peace is better than a good quarrel. Paper will endure anything. Complacent fool harms worse than enemy. Who falls in the water will hold on to the foam to save himself. Even an eagle will not fly higher than the sun. To know that candles are expensive is of no value to the blind man. It's better to be a cripple than always sitting down. A lizard on a cushion will still seek leaves. A nightingale doesn't feed on songs. Fortune and misfortune live in the same courtyard. If you rush things, you'll only make others laugh. The thief has a chicken's heart, he sleeps in fear. No apple tree is immune from worms. A drowning man grabs even a straw. Two boots make a pair. A bad dancer always has trouble with his balls. When misers die, children open up their coffers. A girl never grows into a lady. Death carries on its shoulders a heavy czar just as easily as a light beggar. Love has its own language, but marriage falls back on the local dialect. The coat is quite new, only the holes are old. Lie, but don't overdo it. The further into the woods, the more firewood you'll encounter. Take the bull by the horns. The morning is wiser than the evening. Take a man at his word, an ox by the horns. The agreement costs more than money. Eat what is cooked, listen to what is said. Do not look for trouble, trouble will find you itself. Absent-mindedness is searching for the horse you are riding. If and when mushrooms grew in the mouth, that would have been not mouth, but kitchen garden. Good fortune wears a pretty dress, but its underclothes do not bear investigation. My tongue is my enemy. Who talks little hears better. Eat until you are half full, drink until you are half drunk. A bachelor is never sent as a go-between. Don't worry if you borrow, worry if you lend. Not all who make love make marriages. If you called yourself a milk mushroom, get into the basket. If you don't have 100 rubles, make sure you have 100 friends. A wise man sees only water in the tears of a woman. The sober man's secret is the drunkard's speech. Acknowledgement is half of correction. An old man telling lies is like a rich man stealing. The first pancake is always a failure. One can't spoil porridge with butter. The man is the flame, the woman the glow. To live with wolves, you have to howl like a wolf. Forgiveness is a pillar of justice. The blind cannot see, the proud will not. The wolf is beaten not for being gray, but for having eaten a sheep. No matter how much you feed a wolf, he will always return to the forest. Poverty is not a sin, it's worse than that. You don't get a headache from what other people have drunk. If you throw nettles into your neighbor's garden, you will find them growing in your own. Still water undermines the bank. All lay loads on a willing horse. Close to the Tsar, close to death. It's better to see once than hear 100 times. They come into the courtroom in a suit and leave with no trousers. They use a wedge to knock out a wedge. The titmouse boasted of putting the sea on the fire. Measure 7 times, cut once. Love's evil, you'll love even a goat. One who seeks no friends is his own enemy. Neither fish nor meat. Trouble never comes alone. Soap is gray, but it used to be white. Not the place adorns the man, but a man adorns the place. There's no harm in wine, it's drunkenness that is at fault.